Hey Bougie click. Welcome to today's video, where we're diving into a topic that turns heads and raises eyebrows. Beauty is currency even for men, the handsome man loophole. We'll explore how beauty acts as social capital for men, allowing them to bypass the standard hurdles of status, wealth, or ambition. From the charming handsome hustler to the tales of jealousy from those left behind, we're unpacking the privileges that come with being easy on the eyes. Grab your seat, because this is a conversation that's both eye-opening and provocative. If you're ready to challenge the norms and see the world through a different lens, you've clicked on the right video. Let's get into it.
I'ma make you a fan.
Beauty is currency even for men, the handsome man loophole. In a world obsessed with equality and merit, beauty still runs the show, and not just for women. Men, too, benefit from the unspoken economy of looks. This isn't about fairness. It's about reality. Beauty is a form of social capital, and men are absolutely cashing in. Society loves to pretend that men are judged solely on their wallets, their status, or their ambition. But that's only part of the story. A man with a chiseled jawline, symmetrical features, and a lean, muscular build can bypass the very standards that average men are crucified for not meeting. A chiseled jawline, symmetrical features, and a lean, muscular frame can open doors, drop panties, and silence red flags. He doesn't need to be rich. He doesn't need to be kind. He doesn't even need to be interesting. If he's hot, he's already halfway through the door. The handsome hustler, broke but untouchable. A broke man with a face card that never declines can live like a king without ever earning the crown. He doesn't need a stable job, a car, or even a plan. If he's hot enough, women will overlook it all. He's the guy sleeping on an air mattress in a shared apartment, yet somehow dating women with degrees, careers, and standards they conveniently forget when he walks in shirtless. Why? Because beauty disarms logic. A handsome man doesn't have to prove his worth, his face does the talking. His body is the resume. His smile is the cover letter. And women, even the most empowered ones, will make excuses for him that they'd never make for an average-looking guy. A broke man with a six-pack and a smoldering stare can live life on easy mode. He can couch surf, job hop, and ghost women with zero consequences. Why? Because his looks buy him time, attention, and forgiveness. Women will rationalize his lack of ambition as he's just figuring things out. They'll call his emotional unavailability mysterious. They'll even convince themselves that his red flags are just misunderstood quirks. Women will project potential onto him like it's a group project and they're doing all the work. He gets free meals, places to stay, and endless chances simply because he looks good. He can ghost, lie, or underperform and still get another shot. When you're a man who's beautiful, the world wants to believe you're worth the trouble. Let an average-looking man try that. He'll be labeled a bum before he finishes his sentence. Character? Who cares when he looks like that? When a man is extremely attractive, his character becomes optional. He can be emotionally unavailable, inconsistent, or even disrespectful, and still get another chance. Or 5. Women will say, he's just been through a lot, or he's not ready for a relationship, while ignoring the fact that he's just not that into them, or worse, just not that decent. Meanwhile, a less attractive man with the same behavior? He's immediately labeled a narcissist, a walking red flag, or the reason I'm in therapy. The double standard is glaring. Handsome men get grace. Average men get ghosted. Women say they want a man who's kind, respectful, and emotionally intelligent. But when a man walks in looking like he was carved by the gods, all that talk about good character gets conveniently postponed. Suddenly, she's just seeing where things go. She's not trying to rush anything. Translation? She's hoping the hot guy will magically become the man she claims to want, while ignoring the fact that he's already shown her who he is. The better you look, the more you can get away with. Attractive men get away with everything from being emotionally unavailable to being downright disrespectful. Why? Because people project positive traits onto beautiful faces. It's called the halo effect. If he's hot, he must be smart. If he's hot, he must be confident. If he's hot, he must be worth the effort. This is why a good-looking man can cheat and still have women lining up to fix him. It's why he can be broke and still be treated like a king. It's why he can be emotionally stunted and still be seen as deep. His looks act as a shield, deflecting criticism and inflating his perceived value. What attractive men get away with. Here's a rundown of what hot men routinely get away with that would have an average guy blocked before the second text. Flaky behavior, cancels plans last minute? No problem. He's just busy. Minimal effort, sends a "you up" text at 1 a.m. She still answers. No ambition, still figuring things out at 35. She's patient. Disrespect, talks over her, forgets her birthday, flirts with other women. She's still hoping he'll change. Weaponized charm, gaslights her, then flashes a smile. She forgives him. Bare minimum romance, brings takeout and Netflix. She calls it a date. If an average-looking man tried any of this, he'd be labeled a bum, a user, or a walking ick. But when the man is fine, suddenly, it's complicated. The pretty privilege pipeline. Attractive men don't just get away with more, they get handed more. They're more likely to be hired, promoted, and forgiven. Studies show that good-looking people are perceived as more competent, trustworthy, and intelligent even when they're not. In dating, it's even more blatant. Women will compete for a handsome man's attention, lower their standards, and rationalize his flaws. He becomes the exception to every rule she swore she had. Meanwhile, the average guy is stuck proving he's not like the others just to get a second date. Men benefit from beauty in dating, in business, in social circles. A handsome man is more likely to be hired, more likely to be trusted, and more likely to be forgiven. He doesn't have to work as hard to prove himself. He walks into a room and people assume he belongs there. Meanwhile, average men are told to build value and earn respect. Translation? Compensate for what you lack in looks. But if you're already beautiful, you're born with a head start. Women know what they're doing. Let's not pretend women are oblivious to this dynamic. Many are fully aware that they're giving a pass to a man who wouldn't get a second glance if he looked different. But attraction is powerful. It overrides logic. It makes women gamble on potential instead of character. And in a culture that constantly tells women to settle, the allure of a beautiful man feels like a rebellion, even if it ends in disappointment. This doesn't mean women are shallow. It means they're human. Just like men have always prioritized beauty in women, women are now openly doing the same. The difference? Society still pretends men aren't part of the beauty economy. But they are. And the ones who benefit from it know exactly how to play the game. The jealousy of the unattractive man. Now enter the average or unattractive man. He's watching all this unfold, and he's bitter. He's been told his whole life that if he works hard, treats women well, and builds a stable life, he'll be rewarded. But here comes Mr. Handsome with nothing but a gym membership and a smirk, and suddenly he's the main character. That jealousy? It's real. And it's ugly. You'll see it in the passive-aggressive comments, the subtle undermining, the fake compliments laced with resentment. They'll call him just a pretty boy, accuse him of being shallow, or try to expose his flaws to level the playing field. But the truth is, they're mad because they know they can't compete in the same arena. They're playing chess while he's winning at poker with nothing but a good hand. How jealous men treat attractive men: petty, petulant, and predictable. When an attractive man walks into a room, the insecure ones don't just notice, they react. And not with admiration. With hostility disguised as humor, competition masked as camaraderie, and sabotage dressed up as just being honest. When a man is both attractive and effortlessly magnetic, jealous men don't just compete, they conspire. And one of their favorite battlegrounds? Women. Here's how they try to poison the well. The social undermining. At parties, they'll interrupt his stories or talk over him to steal the spotlight. In group settings, they'll downplay his achievements or mock his interests. They'll joke about how he's probably a player or can't be trusted, planting seeds of doubt in women's minds. It's all strategic. They want to chip away at his image without looking like the villain. But the bitterness seeps through. The intellectual one-upmanship. They'll try to dominate conversations with facts, trivia, or philosophical debates, anything to prove they're deeper or smarter. If the attractive man makes a valid point, they'll nitpick it or shift the topic to regain control. This is the classic "I may not be hot, but I'm wise" defense. It's not about genuine discussion, it's about reclaiming relevance. The alpha male posturing. In gyms, they'll lift heavier just to outshine him even if it risks injury. In bars, they'll puff up their chest, talk louder, and try to out-alpha him in front of women. In workspaces, they'll challenge his ideas more aggressively than others, trying to expose a flaw. It's performative dominance. They want to prove they're the real man in the room, even if no one's competing but them. The just looking out for you routine. This is the most manipulative tactic in the book. They pretend to be protective, but it's really just sabotage in a cardigan. I've heard things about him. I don't want to say too much, but just be careful. He seems like the type who talks to a lot of girls. I'd hate to see you get hurt. You're too good for someone like that. He's not serious. Translation: I'm threatened, and I need to plant doubt before you fall for him. The character assassination. They'll go straight for the jugular, especially if they think the woman is already interested. He's all looks, no substance. Trust me, I've known guys like him. He's probably a narcissist. Guys like that only care about themselves. He's not even that smart. You should hear the stuff he says when women aren't around. They'll paint him as shallow, toxic, or emotionally unavailable, because if they can't compete on looks, they'll try to win on morality. The passive-aggressive gossip. This is where they get sneaky. They won't attack directly, they'll just mention things. Did you see how he was flirting with that other girl last week? I wonder how many girls he said that to. It's all about planting seeds of suspicion. They want her to second-guess his intentions, even if he's done nothing wrong. The nice guy comparison. They'll contrast themselves with him in a way that screams insecurity. I may not look like him, but at least I treat women right. Some girls go for looks, others go for loyalty. I guess we'll see. I'm not flashy, but I'm real. That's rare these days. It's a guilt trip disguised as virtue. They want her to feel shallow for being attracted to someone they can't compete with. Jealousy in disguise, the real agenda. These men will never admit it's jealousy. They'll say they just don't like him, or that he's too cocky, or not their type of guy. But the truth is, they resent the ease with which he moves through the world. They resent the attention he gets without trying. They resent the fact that, in a society that claims to value merit, beauty still wins. And deep down, they know that if they looked like him, they'd be doing the exact same thing, if not worse. Let's be clear, this isn't about protecting women. It's about controlling the narrative. These men know they can't win on attraction, so they try to win on manipulation. They want to make the attractive man seem dangerous, untrustworthy, or unworthy, because if they can't have the spotlight, they'll dim it for everyone else. But here's the irony: the more they talk, the more obvious their jealousy becomes. And women who are paying attention? They see right through it. Final word: beauty is power, no matter the gender. Beauty is freedom. It's leverage. It's a get-out-of-accountability card that attractive men play without shame. And while society loves to talk about how women are judged by their looks, it conveniently ignores how men benefit from theirs. Beauty is currency, even for men. And the better you look, the more you can get away with. They're not being held to the same standards. They're not being asked to prove their worth. They're being handed opportunities, attention, and affection simply because they're easy on the eyes. And if we're going to talk about privilege, let's stop pretending that male beauty doesn't come with its own set of perks. Because it absolutely does, and the receipts are everywhere. We need to stop acting like male beauty is some passive bonus. It's a weapon. It's a shortcut. It's a privilege. And like all privileges, it comes with unearned advantages and silent resentment from those left out. The broke, handsome man isn't a fluke, he's a product of a system that rewards looks, regardless of gender. So, the next time someone says, men don't benefit from beauty, point them to the man with no job, no plan, and a line of women still waiting for a chance. Thanks for tuning in to today's deep dive into the world of beauty and privilege. If this video got you thinking, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content that challenges the norm. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think beauty is currency for men too? Let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, stay curious and keep questioning. See you in the next video. What do you think? Do handsome men get away with more? Let me know in the comments section. Stay bougie. Follow and support me. All links in bio. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check description for more info. New episodes every day.